What's happening, all my beautiful people? My name is Jodywithawhy, and I'm starting this YouTube channel for all my military interested, more specifically Air Force interested folks, to give y'all information about the benefits and the lifestyle the Air Force offers. I actually recruited in the Air Force from 2016 to 2019. And one of the most common things that I heard from all of my applicants was where they were doing their research. A lot of them said that they were going to places like Reddit, Facebook, Instagram. Some dude who was going to join the Air Force, but he didn't, but he still knows everything about the Air Force. And I'm not saying don't go talk to that guy, but the problem with that kind of research is the lack of knowledge and all the inconsistencies in between. So what I want to do is educate y'all on all the benefits the Air Force offers in a down-to-earth kind of way. That way I can really help you guys and gals and give you some insight on your future career choices. All right, so for now, I'm recording everything on my iPhone 8 Plus. Yeah, I still got the 8. I was gonna go get one of those high-tech cameras and really make things look good. But when I went to my wife with them prices, she started hating on me. She started talking about, that costs a lot of money. You already recruited. Why are you still recruiting? You need to start worrying about the coronavirus and go get some toilet paper. So y'all gotta make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so we can prove her wrong. But speaking about money, what better way to start this channel than by talking about how we get paid? Now, the money portion isn't just Air Force specific, it's actually just military specific. So this will help out anyone who's just military interested. All right, so boom. First things first. Before you even go to basic training, you're gonna fill out what we call a direct deposit form with your recruiter. And what this means is you just put your bank information on this form, and when you start getting paid, the Air Force will directly deposit that money into whatever bank account you listed on your direct deposit form. That way you don't have to be standing in line trying to find a place to cash that check and work on that social distancing so you don't get no germs. All right, so the next thing I want to talk to y'all about is the pay chart. And this is really easy to find. You guys can just Google military pay chart and it'll bring it up. There's several different links you can pull up. One of the things you guys are going to notice is that they have a lot of different years. You'll see like 2020, 2019, 18, and beyond. What that means is that the Air Force is constantly increasing their pay to try to stay on pace with the cost of living and inflation. We know how that goes. What I want y'all to do is click on the 2020. I'm going to walk y'all through this and explain everything that this chart means, okay? All right, so like I said, I wanted to show y'all the military pay chart. All y'all have to do is Google military pay chart. I'm still using Bing, so don't judge me. All right, so the website that I like to use is the Navy CS. The reason why I like to use this one is because it shows you last year's pay. It also shows you the projected pay for 2021. And it also tells you that this year we received a 3.1% raise, so that's pretty cool. If you guys scroll down a little bit, you'll see the pay grade. What that basically means is your rank, the rank that you will have while you're in the Air Force. So the E is enlisted, and then the rank is the 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So most people come in the Air Force as enlisted grade 1. There are ways to come in as E2 or E3. If you have 20 college hours, you can come in as E2, or 45 college hours, you can come in as E3. There's a couple different awards you can have as well, like a Boy Scout award, a Civil Air Patrol award, even some junior ROTC or ROTC letters that can get you extra rank. Also, if you sign a 6-year contract, basically come in, tell the Air Force you're going to do 6 years, they'll let you come in as an E3 as well. However, you just won't serve on a rank until about 20 weeks of service or after you complete tech school or technical training. So like I said, most people come in as E1. So for the first 4 months, they're going to be getting paid $1,600 a month. That's pretty good. And then as you start making rank and you start progressing in your years of service, you'll see that the pay just continuously increases. Normally, an average person makes enlisted grade 4 at about the 3-year mark. So in 3 years, you guys can be making about $2,500 a month, and that's just with a high school diploma. That's pretty cool. It's not going to be too many companies that can match that with just a high school diploma, and that's before you guys even start receiving your housing allowance and food allowance. Okay, so if you notice, you guys get a pay raise every year for the first 4 years, and then after that, the Air Force will give you annual pay increases every 2 years. So if you just scroll down, you can see the different type of payments that you receive for the rank and the years of service. You go all the way down here, it says if you're at 40 years, you should retire. It's pretty tough to stay in the active duty Air Force for 40 years. The most you can normally do in the active duty Air Force is about 30 years. But in the Air National Guard and the Air Force Reserve, they can go up to 40. They got some old dudes over there, I'm telling you. If you guys continue scrolling down, you see the O. What that is the officer side or the commission side. In order to join that part of the Air Force, you're going to need a 4-year degree. But you guys can see that they get paid substantially better than the enlisted side. However, it is a lot more competitive to join as an officer. So that's pretty much it about the military pay chart. I hope that made it easy to interpret this chart.
Okay. The next thing I want to show y'all is a leave and earning statement. And in the Air Force, we call it an LES. It's just military. They always giving acronyms to everything. But this LES, what it does is it shows all of the pay that I receive. Everything from my housing allowance, my food allowance, my base pay, and everything. So I'm just going to walk you guys through this LES to show y'all that it's real. Those charts that y'all just saw, they're not some BS, something made up. The Air Force is actually paying us. And it's one of the reasons why I'm still in the Air Force. So let me show you guys what an LES looks like.
All right, so next I wanted to show you guys the leave and earning statements, otherwise known as the LES. I chose May 2019 because every anniversary on the month you join the Air Force, you get a special pay called the clothing allowance. So I wanted to show you guys that. I'll get to that a little later. We're going to start with the base pay. So this was me at the 13-year mark, and as an enlisted grade 6. That's what they pay me as a base pay. And then on top of that, they add BAS. That's your food allowance. The Air Force actually pays you money for groceries or for food every month. So that's pretty cool. Not too many companies doing that. Also, the housing allowance. This number varies for the location that you live in. And it also varies on the rank that you have. So if you're interested in looking at some of the housing allowances, you can Google a BAH calculator. You can put in your rank and you can put in the zip code for which you want to see the housing allowance, and it'll show you all the different types of pay. If you look at Miami, man, they get crazy housing allowance. Wow. And then if you look here, this is special duty pay. The Air Force pays me that for recruiting. A lot of people think the recruiters get some type of commission for putting people in the Air Force. That's why they think recruiters are so thirsty, because they think we get paid extra money for putting people in. That's not the truth. The Air Force is going to pay them that $450 every month, regardless if they put anyone in or if they put 10 people in. They're going to get that same amount of pay. So don't think that the recruiter is just trying to put you in so he can get some extra money. That's not true. And lastly, like I said earlier, that clothing allowance. Every anniversary on the month you join, the Air Force will pay you a clothing allowance, and they basically give that to you. So if your uniforms are dusty or if your boots are dirty or something and you need new clothes, you can go out there, you can go and get them. So if your uniform is tight and if you don't need anything, like if your uniform is good to go, you can pretty much pocket that money. They just give you that money so they won't hear any excuses about why your uniform is dusty. If you scroll over, if you look over, you look at the deductions, that's what they're taking out of your check monthly. We still get federal taxes. We still get Social Security taken out and Medicare. The SGLI, that's a life insurance policy I have through the Air Force. So if I were to up and die,
My wife would get about $400,000. So hopefully she's not trying to take my head off of that money. All right, if you look right here, this is the traditional TSP. That's the thrift savings plan. That's basically a retirement plan for the Air Force. I'm putting away 10% every month into that retirement plan. Um, so hopefully by the time I turn 65, I got a nice little account and I can sail off into the sunset and fish every day. So like I said, the Air Force pays you on the 1st and 15th. So that mid-month pay, they just splitting your check up in half. If you look over here, these are allotments. Before I even see the money, I allot this money into bills. So if you look right here, this is my dental for my family. I actually get free dental in the Air Force, but I have to pay a small fee for my family, only $30. So that's pretty cool. And then here's some other allotments that I have going to some bank account. And then if you look over here, after everything is deducted and boiled down, this is what I receive every 1st and 15th. At least that's what I was receiving in 2019. And if you scroll down here, this is very important too. This is your leave balance. This is my current balance. It says, man, I got 71 days of leave. Wow. So basically what that means is I can go to the Air Force and say, hey, I'm taking leave, meaning I'm not coming to work, and I can tell them how much I want to take off up to 30 days. I can't take more than 30 days at a time. But once I put in that leave, I can pretty much grow a beard and go enjoy life and go do what I want to do. As long as it's legal, I can go do what I want to do. That's my baby. You actually accrue 2.5 days of leave every month for a total of 30 days a year. And when you're on leave, the Air Force is going to continue paying you the same way. You're not going to lose any money while you're on leave. You're going to get the same check as if you were working. So it's pretty cool. You can be in the Bahamas chilling on the beach and still getting your check. Dope. So another cool thing about the Air Force is if you were to get sick, we don't have sick leave. So basically, if you need to be home, you just go to the clinic, route it through your leadership, and they'll give you the time off. You don't have to use your leave while you're sick. Like most companies, they'll make you take some type of sick leave. The Air Force will just, they just let you, if you're sick, they give you the time if need be.
All right, so cool. We talked about all the different money that the Air Force offers. I did mention the thrift savings plan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a bunch of videos just going over all the benefits that the Air Force offers. One of them is going to be about the thrift savings plan. So look forward to that as well if you're interested in our retirement plan. Like I just said, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos just giving you guys information about the Air Force. So if you want to stay in tune with that and stay up to date with the latest videos, just make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. That way y'all can stay in tune with me. Now, before I go, I want y'all to remember to stay beautiful and stay classy. We out.